What's up world, Semet Fitness coming at you with another video. I'm gonna cover perhaps two of the most underrated direct ab exercises that you can do in your bodyweight training endeavors. They are so good that they may just rival the abdominal ab wheel rollout, which I think is by far one of the most productive ab exercises you can possibly do. But these two movements, they don't rival the ab wheel rollout. They more along the lines assist you in getting that exercise. But here's the caveat. No equipment is needed, so it's just your pure body weight. They can be used in a rehab setting. So if you're injured or if you're trying to bounce back from whatever pain or whatever event may have stopped you from doing your exercises or living a regular lifestyle, these exercises can help. That being said, I also want to talk about how they can even support you with your shoulders and your hips. And so we're going to get right into it. Highly recommend you try these movements out. And let's just do the exercises. Here we go. All right, so now the first movement here is known as tenting. This is really simple. The concept here is tilt your glutes, like I just did right now, your pelvis, towards the floor. And then from there, you will flex your abdominal cage. Flex it, tighten it, squeeze it, whatever word you want to use. And then hold that position for about 5 seconds. Release the tuck, and then retuck again and hold for about 5 seconds. You'll notice that I go from a curved spine to a bit more of a rounded shaped spine. And my feet are flat on the floor, so the toes are not participating in this exercise. Think toe pointing like a ballerina. And now the other variation right here, notice the position of the elbows. They're now facing towards me. And what this does is I use my elbows and forearms to drag and pull my body. You'll notice that I'm kind of floating towards my elbows there. And with that being said, this is the other level of tenting, so to say. What you do here now is you get your hips off the floor, making the exercise a lot more tougher, and you're using your elbows to drag your body weight. This is very intense. It's strictly pure abdominal flexion here. Make sure that those pelvic tilts are tight and secure. Do not lose the tension. And that's what this exercise does greatly. It trains the hip flexors, it trains the abdominal region. It helps tremendously with anybody who may be having some groin issues as well. This is very solid. I like this exercise tremendously because this is what your abs should feel like when trained properly. And the tension, of course, because it's such an isometric movement, is also up to you. You must tighten up that core as greatly as possible. And so now here is the second movement that I was talking about that will help shoulder stability, rotator cuff stability, shoulder health in general, and it does it all in a dynamic fashion. It's known as a single arm reach rock. It's a long word. Your feet are also elevated in this position. But what you're gonna notice that I'm doing is I get into a 3-point position, and I pretty much rock my glutes to my heels and extend into a 1-arm stance kind of push up here, or a single arm plank I should say. And I reach as far as I possibly can. So this would be the toughest version with full extension of the hips and the body in general. This is a regressed version that you'll see where I still keep the knees bent and I don't exactly completely extend all the way. So you can kind of do those little micro reps, and this is a much more progressed version. You see me go much slower on that reach. Look at the slow motion. I even change directions. I can go forward, front, back, diagonal, 90 degrees. You want to make it more challenging or more technical, use a marker so that you can have something to reach and then move further away from it. What happens is when you reach further, you want to make it to the point that your shoulders are pretty much on top of your wrists, or they're stacked up on top of your fingers. And while you're doing that, it's nothing but just that one arm that's holding you. Also notice that my hips are indeed leveled with my shoulders. I try to do it as much as I can, so no hiking of the glutes. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.